Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. Good morning. Welcome to another market open stream. And this morning is looking fantastic for Bitcoin and crypto. Again, both are rallying, and this is quite simply due to Russian sanctions. Russia and its citizens are forced to basically embrace Bitcoin and crypto at this point, which is why I believe they are definitely driving Bitcoin and crypto higher. So let's take a look at what's going on today, what's going on with markets, and of course, what's going on with the Russian invasion. So smash the like, subscribe to the channel, make sure you follow me on social media, and check out all the latest news, article, and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. You can see Bitcoin above 44,000, 44,600 to be exact. So we're another 1,000 point higher for Bitcoin. And entire market cap is now above 2 trillion. And that's fantastic. That's what we want to see, right? And this is still happening while markets are in red. Yesterday, I think NASDAQ did flip to the green, but overall, markets were still red. Right now, futures, 10 minutes before open bell, excuse me, is in red. So Bitcoin is decoupling away from NASDAQ and from the US markets, which it should have been like this all along. It's just that, when there's fear and panic, traders do a whole lot of stuff. But right now, it does look like Bitcoin and crypto is decoupling away, especially Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's leading the way. And that's also fantastic. So what's the latest with what's going on with Russia and Ukraine? Well, this huge 40-mile, convoy is still approaching Kiev, and people are waiting to see what happens. Is Putin getting ready to be? Is he gonna get serious about taking over the city? Because right now it does seem like the city is being held by Zelensky and the military of Ukraine, and Russia has not had any success in terms of taking over this city. But that may change with 40 miles of military vehicles and tanks. That is, that's going to be heading there. So that is still that's still the latest news on on this invasion, and we'll have to see. I mean, there's basically attacks on 3 fronts right now: on the capital Kiev, Kharkiv, which is the second biggest city, that's also being defended right now, and I believe there's a third city. I'm not sure of the name, but there is basically a 3-front attack right now. But 40 miles of military, that's just a lot. That is a lot of tanks and everything else. So we'll see where this goes. So there's, of course, still uncertainty out there. There's still a lot of fear. There's no doubt there's still a lot of fear. This is still ongoing. However, Russia themselves, from an economic standpoint, is facing complete destruction right now. Not maybe from a military perspective, but financially, they are seeing total devastation. Russia is seeing their currency, ruble, fall. In fact, it fell 30% yesterday, and today it fell even more, although I didn't see any statistics, but it's been falling. The stock market is still closed. In fact, the website to their biggest exchange is simply shut off. It's not even accessible anymore. So obviously the Russian central bank closed their stock exchange yesterday, and it looks like it's closed today too. Because if this is open, I mean, again, it'll be total devastation. So I don't think this is turned off by mistake. So yeah, that's what's happening. Bank run is happening. Citizens are pulling ruble out of their bank accounts. right? The Russian banks have increased interest rates from 9.5% to 20%. Think about it, 20%. But that doesn't do a whole lot when the ruble itself is crashing 30% day to day, right? But it's happening right now. And also, a lot of Western companies are pulling away. BP, Shell pulled away, right? And Russia is trying to stop it, actually. They're actually trying to, I don't know how they're going to, but supposedly they're going to place some new rules in place so that if you are a Western company and you want to exit your position, you can't. I don't know how they're going to enforce that because there are so many that are pulling away. And even Visa, MasterCard is joining in. Think about it. Two biggest credit card companies on earth, pretty much used worldwide, they are blocking Russian banks from their networks also. So essentially, you're not able to use credit cards anymore in Russia, right? So if you're a citizen of Russia, you just don't have a lot of choices right now. Your fiat is devaluing itself at a tremendous rate. Your investments, including the stocks, are getting slaughtered, and now you can't even do anything. You can't even spend your money, right? What can you do? Well, you could turn to Bitcoin. That's what you could do, and that's exactly what's happening, right? So if you look at ruble-denominated Bitcoin volume, surged to a 9-month high, and I'm pretty sure this is going to continue to surge higher and higher and higher because what else can't you do? You turn to Bitcoin. That's what you do, right? Early place. Your only super chat is super chat. All right, thank you. But yeah, that's exactly what's happening. So the war, the invasion is an unfortunate thing right now. All right, and hopefully it comes to a conclusion soon. But from an economic standpoint, Russia is going back to, being a third world country. Unfortunately, its citizens are being punished for a war they don't even want, right? So right now, what they're doing is they're turning to Bitcoin and crypto. So that's why I believe we're seeing what we're seeing, and this should have been the case all along. Bitcoin should have been rallying ever since the war was announced, but now we're seeing real reason why Bitcoin is the solution. I've been saying it. It is the solution, right? When you have no hope left, if you're stuck in a country with economic collapse, basically, what else can you do? Especially now when everything is being turned off. You can't send your money away. You can't spend your money. You can't even use credit cards. What do, right? It's a very bad situation, and of course, it's helping Bitcoin. And of course, a lot of Ukrainians are also turning to Bitcoin and getting donations, getting money sent from family and friends, right? And a lot of money being donated to the military. And there's many. I just saw this morning about 630,000 people have fled Ukraine. They're refugees now, according to the UN. And you know what? A lot of them also turn to Bitcoin because that's the easiest way to kind of take your wealth with you, right? So right now, what's going on is it's really helping Bitcoin, and it's showing Bitcoin in front of the world on world stage and showing what it can really do. And this could definitely continue forward. This could definitely drive Bitcoin up and up and up and back up, right where we are right now. If you look at it, we're facing this kind of resistance at 44.5. But if it breaks through, we'll be back to 46, 47, 50 in no time. So definitely looking pretty good right now. What else is there? Well, in terms of other things, because of what's going on, because of all the sanctions and worry about oil, oil price per barrel has jumped over $100, which is never good, right? So the two things that Russia depends on is number one, oil, and number two, natural gas. And it seems like there's no sanctions on either one right now. Okay, so Russia is still exporting a lot of oil and still exporting a lot of natural gas, especially to Europe, right? And we have not seen the countries that come out in support of Ukraine say, okay, we're going to stop buying natural gas or stop buying oil, right? This is specifically pointing towards Germany and France, right, who both have come out and said they're supporting Ukraine, and they're putting sanctions too, but they have not cut themselves off from natural gas or oil, right? So that may be the next step. And if that happens, then that will really, really hurt Russia in a big way, because their GDP is basically just natural gas and oil. So we have not seen that yet. However, right now, oil is at a 7-year high. So will this translate to the pumps? Yes. But here's the thing. For us in the U.S., U.S. actually has a ton of oil and a ton of natural gas, but we reserve all the oil basically to the military. We don't actually, produce it for the gas station, right? For everyday use. So if the U.S. wanted to, could up the oil drilling, and up the exports of natural gas too, cause prices to come down, and then that will solve things, at least for U.S., and it could hurt Russia too if we did that, but there are policies in place that prevent that, so I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh, market open. Hey, market open. Yeah, Double G says it'll hurt Europe, bro. It will. That's why they haven't announced it yet, right? If France and Germany said, okay, we're not going to buy any natural gas, it's going to hurt them more short term. That's why they're wary of doing that. But I mean, ultimately, if you really want to punish Russia, that's the direction you have to head into, right? So yeah, so there's that. I mean, yeah. And then as for Bitcoin, another reason why it has gone up so much today is due to the short squeeze that's been happening. So you can see the shorts, the red has been plentiful. A ton of short sellers being liquidated, and that's what we want to see, right? And just even last night, you had another like 20 or no more than that, like 80, over 100 million of shorts liquidated. So that's definitely driving things higher. And as Bitcoin goes up, it's gonna drive the shorts even lower, and that's good. And I saw this headline too. This sucks. One Theta trader lost $11 million due to liquidations as prices jumped 18%. See, this is why you don't want to use leverage, and you don't want to short, because this happens, right? So, ouch. But it happens every single day. It happens every single day. There's, greedy traders that will, use a 20, 50x leverage, and it's the fastest way to lose $11 million. That's just the bottom line. If you want to lose $11 million real quickly, put on a 50x short leverage, and that'll do it. That'll do it. So, anyways, I've been saying this a lot. Don't play with leverage, and especially don't short. Don't short the market, because it could come up really quickly. All right, looking at Bitcoin, looks like it has fallen a little bit, and that's because the market probably opened. So some of the traders are probably selling off, taking profits right now. 43.8, it was as high as 45. Actually, it hit 45. I didn't know that. But let's see. How red is the market right now? Yeah, Dow's negative 170. Nasdaq's about negative 60. I know Target reported this morning, and Target reported fantastic earnings, so that is something. Does show that the U.S. economy is still very strong, and that may sway Chair Powell in terms of his rate hike decision. May sway him a little bit more, I don't know, hawkish. All right, what else is going on? Let's see. Tesla. Man, Tesla had a terrific... Oh, look at this. Look at this recovery. Have you guys ever seen this? I mean, this is Tesla stock chart, but look at it. It dropped to 699 and then actually recovered and made this huge red candlestick into a green one. That's actually crazy, but Tesla has been doing very well, rallying obviously from the low of 699 back to 868 right now, barely in the red, but still very down from its highs. You look at something like, MicroStrategy. I know they had a fantastic day yesterday. They were up like 10%. So they seem, they were hovering around 330s for a little bit. And then they had a huge recovery yesterday. Today, still in green. That's good. I've been talking about Coinbase and how they've been decimated ever since their IPO, right? Kind of the same thing. You can see they were high as, 370? And now they're at 201, right? And this is after the rally. So I think Coinbase, man, they're still very, very oversold. A lot of the Bitcoin related stocks are very oversold. Riot and Mara, right? All significantly lower from their peak back in November. Yeah, like, wow, more than 50%. I mean, look at this. Mara was at 82, and they're at 26. What kind of percentage drop is that? That's insane. Yeah, that's a 67% drop. That's more than Bitcoin, of course, and more than most big cap altcoins, right? So this is the thing, it's like, that's why I'm not too heavily invested in Bitcoin related stocks or Bitcoin exposure stocks, because Wall Street tends to punish them a lot. Whenever Bitcoin has, any kind of correction or anything like that. So that kind of sucks. All right. That's pretty much it. Overall, hey, things are starting to turn green. NASDAQ turned green. Now, that was pretty quick. Dow is flipping up. So today could be a pretty green day overall. U.S. markets could turn green completely soon. And, of course, Bitcoin is still on its way up, right? Immediately back above 44 again. And overall crypto market cap is over $2 trillion. Again. And that's what we want to see. So, pretty good. Pretty good so far. Someone said Luna is almost back to all-time high. Yeah. Luna is now, or Terra I should say, is now above 90. And their high was like 103. So they're really, really close of hitting their all-time high. And this is despite the fact that Bitcoin is still low, right? So yeah, I mean, Terra is just on absolute terror. But besides just Terra, Avalanche coming up in a big way, closing in at 92. Solana still under 100. So that's still a bargain. I mean, Solana was just, 130s not too long ago. Cardano still under $1. And, but they were at, 80 cents? 79 cents or 80 cents recently? Now, I said under $1 is a steal. And since that point, it's up, 20%. And the same thing, I've been saying, Ethereum was just at 2,700 2 days ago, right? And I said under 3,000 is definitely a steal. Now it's right there at 3,000, right? Even at 3,000, it's still lower than the 3,400 I believe we saw just a week ago. So still a lot of bargains to be had, but definitely moving in the right direction. We're seeing the money flow back in. There was a ton of money sitting on the sidelines, right, due to a lot of fear, FUD, of what's going on. But now Bitcoin is proven, and look at it, we're right back up to 44.3. Bitcoin is proving itself why it's such a necessity, why it's important, and why it's the answer. So it's shaping up like it's gonna be a really good day, guys. So strap on. What do you feel like is the biggest bargain coin right now? I don't know what the biggest bargain is. I honestly think biggest bargain would be something like right now. It'll probably be like someone like Polygon, who hasn't really rallied yet recently. And if you look at how much usage there is on Polygon, it's insane. So I actually feel like Polygon is very undervalued. There are many others that are undervalued, but I think Polygon is probably the most undervalued in my eyes right now. But there's many others. VeChain is undervalued, but we need more DeFi products from them. And there's several that really sold off recently. I think Harmony sold off quite a lot. Phantom also sold off quite a lot recently. Really no reason for them. Both are fantastic projects. And, oh, by the way, I'm glad to see Cadena coming up in a big way. You know, they hit as high as 20-something before, right? So I think they're still a bargain, being a relatively smaller mid-cap coin, right? But there's a lot of bargains out there right now. My portfolio is down 50%. Should I DCA down or hold it out? If you're down 50%, I think it's a pretty good DCA point. All right. Usually DCA, most people do like 15, 20%, 25%. You DCA a little bit, right? So I don't know if you have been DCAing, but you should. Yeah, I mean that's how you come back faster, right? You dollar cost average your price down, so when things recover, that's when you hit green faster. Dimitri, member for 2 months. It's been a year to date. I'm in crypto. I want to say again, I love you very much. I owe you a lot. I appreciate that, Dimitri. I appreciate your support. I'm glad you've been holding strong over the last year or so. What platform do you use? I see XRP at your chart, and Binance doesn't offer XRP. What are you talking about? Are you talking about TradingView, or I don't know? Are you talking about just exchanges overall? Yeah, a lot of exchanges don't offer XRP. You know, Vauld actually offers XRP trading and staking, but several other exchanges, smaller ones like KuCoin does, Gate does, Uphold does. There's a few out there, but the major ones, they all delisted XRP when the lawsuit hit. So I don't know if that's what you're asking. Let's see. Yeah, DCA equals dollar cost average. Seems like a lot of people don't know that. What else? What's going on with UMA? I don't know. I don't keep up with UMA. It's a project that creates synthetic tokens, and they kind of just lost all traction second half of 2021. So I don't know. Do I hold Chainlink? Yes. CCIP and staking is coming. Yeah. I've always said this. If you want to get into an Oracle play, which basically is a middleman to fetch data, you know, you just go with Chainlink. There's many other Oracles out there, but none of them are anywhere close to Chainlink. And CCIP will utilize their Oracle network to basically create bridges among different chains that they're working with already, which would actually be very big for them. And staking is also coming, like you said. So I like Chainlink. They're just not very fast moving. They're very slow moving. So just keep that in mind. Any news on Chili's? No. I haven't heard anything. I mean, they've been making partnerships left and right, but I haven't heard any big news around them. Money Mike says, Luna has been my most profitable trade of the week. I'm glad to hear that, except, I would like to hear most profitable buy. I don't like to hear that trade. I just feel like too many people try to time market. Oh, what's happening here? It looks like things are turning red again. I was going to say, look at this. Look on the side here. Things are starting to turn red. Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all starting to turn red. AMD, Nvidia, PayPal. Everything's starting to turn red except the Bitcoin-related ones. Yeah. So maybe it's not going to be a green day for U.S. markets. Starting to turn more red. I wonder if there's been any more development. I think there's just still a lot of uncertainty over what Russia's going to do in Ukraine. Obviously, this 40-mile convoy, is Russia's going to bring total devastation to Kyiv and other cities? We don't know at this point, but we do know that all the sanctions are starting to add up. And there could be more sanctions placed, especially if countries actually stop buying oil and natural gas from Russia. But right now, it does seem like the invasion continues. Ceasefire talks, right, happened yesterday. I don't know if another round is going to happen today. So maybe that'll turn to something. I don't know. But right now it is definitely helping Bitcoin and crypto overall. So that's definitely positive. All right. Predictions on Chainlink? No predictions. Just know that Chainlink is a good project. What do you think about World Mobile Token? Trying to do what Google wasn't able to do in Africa. I don't keep up with World Mobile Token, so I can't tell you. I added Luna to my portfolio last week. I'm already glad for that. Yes, that's a good move. Joshua says, I want to see LeBron get traded to Orlando Magic. No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. What else is going on? I wonder if there's any other updates. Let's check CNN. Oil prices are rising fast. Saudi Arabia may not come to the rescue. All bets are off if Putin slashes the West oil supplies. Yeah, that would hurt Russia a lot if they try to do that. But I just got done talking about that. So, oil, what would hurt Russia a lot is if Saudi Arabia and maybe even the U.S. starts producing oil like mad, bring the barrel of oil down to like a record low, and that would like literally destroy Russia financially. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I always found it weird that the U.S. doesn't sell any oil and keeps it all for the military. Keep it for a raining day. But we have like so much oil, so I always found that to be a little weird. But I guess it's not weird. Strategy. What do I know? Alan says buying the dips have been amazing last couple months. Yes, I've said this. Wealth is built buying low, right, and selling high. So whenever we have major corrections, whenever we have dips, it's hard to time bottom, so you just DCA, right? So I've been saying that. Hold all DCA. That's the only strategy you need to follow. You don't have to try to time the market. You don't have to try to trade, right? Just hold on to the great. crypto and Bitcoin and DCA and buy when other people are fearful. It always works. It always works out. All right. I'll let you guys go. Overall, today's a pretty good day. Still pretty good day, even though we have come back down a little bit, 44.1. We're still holding above 2 trillion market cap from crypto. Obviously, this is being driven by what's going on right now with Russia, Russian sanctions, the invasion, right? Unfortunately, it's ongoing. U.S. markets is still kind of deciding what it wants to do. It's still kind of barely in the red, right? And there's still total devastation in terms of Russia's economy, stock market. I mean, their exchange page is still down. It's like they just shut it down or something, or they blocked it from the U.S. I don't know. The ruble's crashing. Visa, MasterCard is turning their network off in Russia, and many other companies have joined in. So, yeah, not a good thing. Oh, by the way, I want to check the Russia ETF. This is Van Eyck. It was down 30% yesterday, and it's down 8%. I mean, take a look. I mean, this is in the U.S. It's not actually measured Russia's their own exchange, but this shows you this is an ETF that has exposure to Russian companies. So you could see, yeah, from their top down from here, and then from here, boom. And that's a pretty big drop. Over 50% drop within a matter of days, right? All right, guys, I'll let you guys go. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you at 11:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Take care, guys. Bye-bye.